So I expressly said that if any woman is menstruating and she cannot give birth to a child, the reason is the husband, you know. But in the medical field or in the science world, let me not say medical field, a lot of throwing words around is going on. People don't understand what they're talking about. You know, they just say things they don't understand because they are taught. A lot of the training is memorization. You memorize, you produce, and somebody tells you you're good. So you don't take the time to understand what you're talking about. Anything you cannot explain very simply, you don't understand. It's as simple as that. Anything you cannot explain, break into pieces, you don't understand it. So now, menstruation is where the confusion starts. People assume that any form of bleeding from the vagina is menstruation. That's the first problem. That's the first problem. So if blood is coming down from here, from the vagina, it does not mean you're menstruating. You may have an injury here in the vagina. What does ovulation mean? Ovulation means that if you pour in 16 buckets of semen inside this vagina and it will swim and come here, nothing will happen. The woman will not get pregnant, first of all. First of all. You know? So his job is to make this place no more packing of blood bed. Stabilize the blood bed that has already been packed. That's what this hormone does. And it's coming from this packet. Follow me. It's very important to follow me. Very important to follow me. It's coming from this packet. So see a different woman now that is not ovulating. Can you see the function of ovulation in getting pregnant? If egg is available, pregnancy will happen, provided the sperm is sperm. If the sperm is just come. So this continues. Now, the man shows up around. Remember, that's what sets you up for pregnancy. When you're ovulating, your honey, notice, that's God, and the system is set, trying to make you pregnant. Some men are carrying around boiled eggs instead of balls or scrotum, and I can explain it. Heat denatures, that's the thing. If you're somebody who drives a car that has the engine under the seat, you're already set yourself up for infertility. I heard some of you don't have the attention to learn. You have to be stimulated all the time. You probably need to work on it. Somebody cannot make a video and look for something. The person has to be talking, do something to keep your attention so you don't go until you're infertile. All right. We made a video. This video right here is going to get you pregnant. This one you're watching now. Whether you're a man or a woman, get a man pregnant, get a woman pregnant. When people are married, when the wife is pregnant, they become pregnant, have you? And vice versa. If you're not married, you don't know if you need it or not, have you? So save the video for later. Save it for later. You understand? All right. So I made a video last time where I was explaining the menstrual ovulatory cycle and fertility. So I expressly said that if any woman is menstruating and she cannot give birth to a child, the reason is the husband. You know. And somebody in the comments, I'll read the comments out. Somebody asked, he said, Doctor, regular menses doesn't mean you are not having an ovulatory cycle. A lot can contribute to not. Give me a second. A lot can contribute to not ovulating, even if you're menstruating. Ovulation and menstruation is not only the key factor to getting pregnant. Tubal blockage, high thyroid, hormonal imbalance, low egg quality, implantation failure, and lots more. Well, if you understand what I'm going to explain now, I'm going to make this so simple. You know, what happens in science is that you people that are watching this video that don't have too much of a medical background, you just leave the doctor to do his work. You don't care, you know. But in the medical field, or in the science world, let me not say medical field, a lot of throwing robots around going on. People don't understand what they're talking about. They're just saying things they don't understand because they are taught. A lot of the training is memorization. You memorize, you produce, and somebody tells you you're good. So you don't take the time to understand what you're talking about. So I'm going to use a schema to explain it in very simple terms. Anything you cannot explain very simply, you don't understand. It's as simple as that. Anything you cannot explain, break into pieces, you don't understand it. So I will completely explain again the cycle of a woman completely. Then I will now go back to this comment and break it into pieces. Then hopefully this lady will get an understanding of what we're talking about. Then if there's still some gray area, which I doubt will be at the end of the video, I'll need her to make a video. Sometimes comments, you can't say too much in the comments. You make a video, whole video, and explain what you're saying into pieces, break it into pieces. Don't use any jargon so that everybody can understand. I already understand. So let me start where she started. She said, Doctor, regular menses does not mean you are not having an ovulatory cycles. So see that statement, regular menses. So let's start one by one. I said in that video that, okay, I'll do my best in this video. Just follow me. This is a woman's reproductive organ. So I'll draw it very small like this. So the cervix is around here. Somewhere here. It's close. You know. You know. I wish this was a live video so that if you're not following, you can always get my attention back, ask questions, make me come back. But I'll do my best to make everything very simple. Everything very simple. So this is the vagina. This is where the penis goes in. So this is the penis right here. So you can see this is the vagina. Up here is the cervix. This is if you put your hand in the vagina and you go up and you can still take your hand, you touch the cervix. You can go through the cervix. Cervix can open. Even though it's not like an elastic type of space like the vagina, but under certain circumstances, cervix opens. And then inside is a space where the baby stays. This space here is shown like this for educational purposes. In real life, this space does not exist. What is there is the whole thing looks like this. Like it's closed like that. It's not like this. It's closed like this. Do you understand? But it's open now so you can appreciate what we're talking about. Okay. So now, menstruation is where the confusion starts. People assume that any form of bleeding from the vagina is menstruation. That's the first problem. That's the first problem. So if blood is coming down from here, from the vagina, it does not mean you're menstruating. You may have an injury here in the vagina. You may have something going on here that's making you bleed. You may have something, look at all the way. This is a very simple structure. If you look at it, all the way up, it's possible you're bleeding from here. It's possible you're bleeding from here or from inside here. So 1, 2, 3 can cause bleeding. Now, menstruation and the cousin word or the synonym menstrual cycle means bleeding in a cyclical pattern. So you bleed now, roughly the same time next month you bleed again. Then the same time next month you bleed again. So it is cyclical. What it means is that something is controlling it. The bleeding is not forever. It lasts for 3 days, 4 days. It stops. It waits again. When it's time, it starts again. It waits again. When it's time. So it is a control thing. There is a control center. I am saying that the control center that gives us the physical menstrual period we see is what ensures that you're fertile. That's what I'm saying. Now the question is, doctor, what is the control center of menses? Okay, I'll answer that question. Outside here is the egg. I'm using very simple terms. Remember, when a man ejaculates, sperm climbs in through this place, travels all the way. This place is an opening that leads out here. Here to an opening leads out here. So, do you understand? It's an opening that goes out, another opening that goes out. So let me just say an opening, like that. So it comes out here, comes out here. This egg that is here has a couple of jobs. One of the jobs he has is by middle of your cycle, not middle of the month, middle of your cycle. And what your cycle is the time you bled and the next time you're bleeding. That length is your cycle. For some women, it's 35 days. For some other women, it's 28 days. For some other women, it is 21 days. The gap between the first time you bled, you don't know how long you bled for, whether it's 4 days, 3 days, 2 days. That one is not even very important. What's important, the first day it showed up and the first day of the next time. So that first day of this one and the first day of the next time, the gap is what your cycle is. So everybody has what they usually is, 35, 34, 35, so a 35-day person. And that person is always 27, 26, 26, 27, 20. So that's a 28-day person. And that person is 20, 19, 20, 21, 19. That's a 21-day cycle person. In the middle of that your cycle, even though not literally, but somewhere in the middle of your cycle, this guy is here around day 14, 0 to 14, 0 to 14 in the middle. If it's a 21-day cycle, then it's 0 to 7. If it is a 28-day cycle, then it's actually, that's a lot of women, 28-day cycle, then it's day 14. If it's a 35-day cycle, then it's longer than 14. It will be somewhere around 14 plus 7. What's that? That's about 21. That's around the 21. That's when you ovulate. I'm talking about the ovulation. What does ovulation mean? Ovulation means that if you pour in 16 buckets of semen inside this vagina and it will swim and come here, nothing will happen. The woman will not get pregnant, first of all. First of all, note it down. Because the eggs that are here are all inside the container. So I hope you can see my board clearly. I hope the video is getting it. So this is the container. The egg is this red one. The fertilizable egg, see it here, it's inside here. It's covered. So this cannot get pregnant. If you immerse it inside semen and leave it, nothing will happen. The only time pregnancy can happen from this egg is when the egg is extruded, or when it is, think about when you press it, the egg out and it comes out of that container. So when this happens, so I'll attempt to open this container. Now I've opened it. So the egg now is outside. See the egg outside here. This is the only time somebody can get pregnant. So when sperm comes and meets this guy, fertilization will happen. And then everything that's going on with sperm and egg meeting each other is outside. It happens. When that now happens, then a travel now happens. The moment you get pregnant outside your womb. Then that sperm egg unit, which is the zygote, will now move together through this tube all the way back into the womb and implant. Follow me. I hope there's no confusion yet at this point. I hope everything is clear. The question now is, between the first day of your period, remember we said first day and first day, that's what we're looking at. So from that day 1 till that middle, that the ovulation happens, what is going on in your body, in this whole window? What's going on? See what is going on. This man is called a follicle. The follicle is the egg and the container together. That's what they call it, the ovarian follicle. This guy, he produces a particular hormone predominantly estrogen. Estrogen. Follow me. Estrogen. That's what this guy produces. And what estrogen's job is to arrange the bed the baby will lie on. The blood bed, the bed of blood. Create it. Because remember, from period, the blood that's coming out of the vagina is blood that was packed by this guy. Nothing happened to it. It sloughed off. It poured out in period. Sometimes it comes in clots, as if it is, it's plenty. It's not like you're bleeding, normal bleeding. That thing is blood bed, tissue mixed with blood that was padded somewhere, waiting for baby to come and lie on it. And the baby didn't come. Then it fell off. So from that time it fell off till middle of your cycle, this guy starts packing a bed for us. So the packing that happens, I hope my mic is still on there. So the packing that happens, it happens in this manner. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. So we're packing a blood bed. The blood bed we're packing is called endometrium. Endometrium. Follow me. Follow me. So inside this womb, remember, this is the inside of the womb like this. Now, this man's action will be making us to be packing blood. So blood will come and lie on this place. Shh, a bed, one layer. Second day, another layer will come. Third day, another layer will come. Fourth day, another layer will come. It's coming thick, Abby. Fifth day, another layer will come. This is what it keeps doing. So it's loading blood in a bed form inside this place. Loading. Just every day it's adding 18 layer, packing blood for us, preparing for baby to come and relax on it. By day 14, for women who have 28-day cycles, who have 28-day gap. By day 7, for women who have 21-day gap. By day 21, for women who have 35-day gap. This man releases this egg. Remember, he was packing bed for baby. Now, around day 20, by day 14 for so person, day 7 for another person, day 21, that's somewhere there in between, the egg is released. The moment he releases the egg, his identity changes. He stops being ovarian follicle. He becomes, egg is now outside. So this is now an empty container. This empty container is called the corpus luteum. Corpus luteum. It's not important what the spelling is, you can browse it. That's what this guy becomes. But you know what this guy now makes? From that day, it released the egg till day when next we see a period, if we see. That's assuming the woman does not get pregnant. Remember, because egg is now available for pregnancy. So from the day it exposes the egg till whenever it starts making progesterone. So the first time it was making estrogen. So I don't know where to write it down. The first time I'll write it. This is very sick. If there's any confusion, you let me know. I can come back. I wish it was a live video. The first time he was making estrogen. Now this man is making progesterone. This word, this is from 2 words. Pro and gestation. Pro means I'm in support of. So when they say somebody is pro this, pro that, I'm in support of. Gestation means pregnancy. I hope the camera can see my board. It's pregnancy. Are you following what we're talking about? So what it means is that this hormone that this empty container makes supports pregnancy. So what does it do? How does it support pregnancy? I'll tell you. The moment this hormone shows up, by that time it shows up, because this man has now changed form since it has released the egg for fertilization to happen. When this happens, what this hormone does is it goes to this bed and says, stop packing, enough packing. Let us stabilize the one you have packed. That's the job of progesterone. 2 jobs, that's one of the first jobs of it. So it comes here, it tells him, if you keep packing this will be too much inside. You may even become heavy and fall off. So it's okay, we have had enough. Let us now tighten what we've already packed. Let's make it strong, and just like when you're laying whatever, you now put something again to make it to fortify it. So let's fortify this bed and make it really ready for the baby that is probably on their way. So his job is to make this place no more packing of blood bed, stabilize the blood bed that has already been packed. That's what this hormone does, and it's coming from this packet. Follow me. It's very important to follow me. Very important to follow me. It's coming from this packet. Hormonal imbalance, hormonal, those words. Look at the hormones here. See their names. See the names: estrogen and progesterone. That's it. Hormonal imbalance. I think I have hormonal imbalance. Understand what's going on. Now watch. We are at day 14 when the ovulation means release of egg. That's what it means. That's what ovulation means. So we are at that day, egg has been released. We're waiting for sperm to come around. This egg is not fertilizable forever. This egg is fertilizable for about 70, close to 70 hours. I think 48 to slightly above 2 days. That's it. After that time, that's the fertile window. Supposed to be. The reason why it looks like a woman is fertile for more than 2 days is that sperm itself lasts long in the uterus. So if a man ejaculates in the uterus, sperm can stay there for up to 5 days, waiting for the egg. So that waiting window of sperm plus these 2 days plus that the egg has makes it look like you have a 7-day, but a lot of it came from the sperm. You see where sperm contribution is. So if an empty guy, sperm that doesn't have anything inside it, is there hanging around, it's not hanging around for anything, nothing will happen. We are now using only that 2 days because the guy that is even there has no function. It's like salt that is tasteless. Do you understand? So the egg is not fertilizable forever. It's about 2 days, less than 2 days, 50 hours, 40 something hours, thereabout. Now, so follow me. So we wait. Now, this guy is arranging everywhere. The second job he has, the hormone has, that he's making this container called corpus luteum. Corpus luteum. The second, so let me write corpus luteum. The second job he has, that's this hormone, is to quieten the womb. Let the womb be quiet. No contraction, no noise. Everywhere relax. The baby is coming, relax. Just relax. Then blood bed, stop packing. No confusion, no chaos. Everywhere should be peaceful. Stabilize what you already have. Let's wait. That's what this container, his name, makes. The problem is that as the day is going, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, this container starts getting old. As he's getting old, even his own name starts changing to something else. Corpus albicans, corpus whatever. Corpus old man starts becoming old. And as he's getting old, the job he's doing is reducing. So if he's releasing, let's say 50 mils progesterone every day, as he's getting old, the things are becoming 45, then 44, then 25, then 18. Do you understand? So the level of progesterone in the blood continues falling. Remember the function of progesterone in this system. Remember. So as we are removing the man who is doing the stabilization job and the quietness job, if you remove him, what do you think will happen? It means chaos will enter and destabilization will enter. These two things. That is what you call a menstrual period. The moment it falls below a particular threshold, that progesterone volume, confusion enters uterus. Uterus enters something like a mini labor. Remember, the guy was quieting the place initially. He was stabilizing the blood bed. Then he goes away below a certain level. You now see that he's no longer there. Contraction will start. That's a mini labor called menstrual period. So that's around day whatever, and the woman is bleeding again. Sometimes that mini labor comes with pain. Sometimes. So some people do pain. That's the menstrual period. So, are you seeing how this happened? Now, see what this lady is talking about. What she said, an ovulatory bleed. I will show you how it works so that you understand it very well. I hope what I explained now is very clear. Any confusion anywhere? There shouldn't be. I think it's clear. Now, let me show you what an ovulatory bleeding is. That is different from an ovulate. Let me say it again. A bleeding that doesn't have ovulation at the back, and a bleeding that has ovulation. Two different bleeding. This one I explained now. There was ovulation here. So at day 7 for a 21-day woman, at day 14 for a 28-day person, and at day 21 for. And let me even tell you what decides the reason why it looks like the last. You see, so you saw your period the first time here, you saw it again. When the ovulation happens, do you know it's the lifespan of this guy? That's what decides. It's 14 days. That's how long it lasts before he gets old and dies. So it's from here to your period must be 14 days. It's fixed. So if your period is 21 days, you see 7 days before you ovulated. So look at, draw a graph in your head. From you bled here, you bled again. This guy showed up somewhere in the middle. This guy, his lifespan is 14 days. So from when he showed up, 14 days is done. Fixed for everybody. Now, if there's anything that is happening from that before he came till the first time, you understand? Whether it's 7 days, whether it's 40, whether it's 21, that one is people's business. It varies. But from here to the end, fixed for everybody. That's why I said it is on day 7 for a 21-day person. The math makes sense, Abi, because 14 is already fixed. So what is left here, if you have 21 days, is 7. Makes sense. And now I said for somebody who is a 28-day person, he's on day 14 because 14 is already fixed. So what is left out of 28 is 14. That makes sense. And I also said for a 35-day cycle person, it is 14 is fixed. So what is left is 21. Makes sense. Let me get my stuff. Are you following the teaching? Now let me show you what happens. What she meant. I don't know if you understood what she meant by anovulatory bleed. You know, people just throw things, throw water around. They don't completely understand the meaning. Because if you know what that thing means, then the person will not even come up. You know. And anything you're saying, teach it like this. Bring a board. Teach it, explain it very well. So everybody will understand. Don't throw medical terms around. Use it to hide ignorance. Yes. That's what people do. You're doing it in your own field. You may not be a medical person. Maybe somebody in tech. The other person don't understand that's going on in tech. You'll be throwing words because people don't know tech too much to confuse them. You know. When you know what you're talking about, you can explain it to everybody. But let me finish. I hope I still have my mic on. Okay, still on. So watch. So see a different woman now that is not ovulating. Can you see the function of ovulation in getting pregnant? If egg is available, pregnancy will happen, provided the sperm is sperm. If the sperm is just come, okay. The quality of the egg in fertilization doesn't really matter. What the egg quality will be things like genetic diseases. You give birth to a child looks funny, all that. But achieving conception. Okay. So let me do it again. So watch this. Watch this other woman now. Watch. This woman, this is her womb. So I'll draw again. Just watch. This one is not ovulating, but see what happens to her. This woman, watch this woman, second woman. So I'll just draw very quickly so we don't take time so much. We're taking a lot of time. So watch. This other woman now is having, everybody gets the first person. Not everybody gets the second person. What I mean by the first person is, see this guy again. Everybody has eggs, most women. So this second woman has this type of egg. That's what is here. I'm just drawing him out here so that you see clearly. She has this type of egg. Follicle. That I said nothing, sperm cannot do anything to this thing. It's inside container. It's not penetrable by semen or sperm. And again, this person makes which hormone? Now you can echo it now. Which hormone does this guy make? I don't know hear you. Which hormone? Which hormone? He makes estrogen. That's beautiful. Estrogen. Now you see you're following what we're saying. So good. So it makes estrogen. Now, estrogen again. Remember the job of estrogen. Estrogen job is what? Packing blood. Remember? Good. So see what estrogen will be doing. Packing blood. Packing blood. Packing blood. This blood will not stop packing until this man opens and releases egg and changes identity, then changes function. If this man does not release this egg so that his identity will change to something else that will now make her that hormone. She will continue packing blood. See the problem with packing blood. If you keep packing blood, this place will become filled up with blood, and some of it will fall off. Certain women see this type of bleeding and they think it's a menstrual period. See how you differentiate it. This one, this type, is patternless. It doesn't have a certain number of days. You see why I explained the other one. Starts somewhere, it finishes somewhere, repeats again, every single month. This one is all over the place. Anytime the blood thing is plenty, some of it will fall off. Some it can start, just do 1 day, stop, fall off for 5 days, stop, fall throughout the month. Sometimes you not see for 5 months, then to come again. Just depending on how much it has been done inside this, how much busy this place is. It's very dirty with blood. Some of it will fall off. You know, it's called endometrial hyperplasia, which means endometrial plenty. Endometrium is blood bed, plenty of it. Progesterone is not there to stop it. That's what progesterone does. It stops the packing, stabilizes it, and waits for baby. I'll now show you what happens when fertilization happens. So I'm showing you normal menstruation. I'm showing you abnormal. I'll now show you when pregnancy happens. Exactly what happens in simple form. No confusion. So this person said, so let me go back to the comments. So I said, I promised I'll make this video, but I've not had the time to address it. So let me just quickly read that comment. So just stay with me. I heard some of you don't have the attention to learn. You have to be stimulated all the time. You probably need to work on it. Somebody cannot make a video and look for something. The person has to be talking, do something to keep your attention so you don't go until you're infertile. Alright. So he said, doctor, regular menses does not mean. So see the first statement. If your menses regular, okay, let me not say, let's say periodic. It comes every this. Automatically that period is an ovulatory period. I already know that progesterone is inside that whole system for it to come at a particular time, because remember, the man is making progesterone, he has a lifespan, he stops, the thing comes, he comes back again, he controls, he stops, the thing comes. So it's a cycle thing. 14 days go, 14 days come, 14 days go. Do you understand? So it's a cycle. So if you're having this type of cycle, and when the period comes, pain may be there, pain may not be there, pain may be there, pain, no problem. But it's coming like that, it's consistent. You're ovulating. But if you're having just anytime between with mood before, with mood anytime, 2 days, 1 day, 1 day, 5 months, 8 months, 2 months, scattered over the place, you're not ovulating. That's what we call an ovulatory bleeding. So she said, doctor, regular menses does not mean you are not having an ovulatory cycle. You see, so that's a very compound statement. So I'll pin the comment so you can read it yourself. So this person is having an ovulatory bleeding because this man is not using his guy. So he keeps making this and blood keeps packing, falls off at me. Whenever anytime it's full and heavy, falls off. This one cannot get pregnant. You know why now? Now you know why. Why can't this person get pregnant? Why? I'm waiting for you to answer. Try to answer it. Why? See why. Sperm cannot reach this red man because it's inside the container. He has to do this. And the moment it is released, this other man changes identity to something else. It's up to you about the beginning and do it again. You understand it. It's very clearly stated. Now let me show you now what pregnancy happens. Let me show it to you. What? Follow me. Follow me now. Follow me. So that you can get pregnant once and for all. Sometimes when infertility becomes a problem, men sit at home and send women to the hospital. And the problem is the man all along. I will touch that a bit. But let me, show you. So now, this is now when pregnancy happens. Watch me now. So I'll draw it again. Watch me, follow. Watch. Draw it again. So here, follow. Very important. You have to follow. You don't have time in the hospital to be talking about these ones. So you come here, you learn. You don't have time in the hospital. So this is so the eggs are out here. Remember, eggs are out here. Follow. I'll play that whole game again. Now you already know this thing. You know that one of these eggs, the name is the follicle, ovarian follicle, and the ovarian follicle has who inside? Has the egg inside, the ovum inside. And he's there, he's releasing what? Estrogen. Wonderful. You're following what we're talking about. Estrogen. That's the hormone is releasing. And what does the hormone do? It's packing blood for us. Good. So blood is packing until the middle. or wherever it is your own is, depending on the length. Abi, agreed. Until that point, this man opens up. Oh, that's ovulation. Pops open. As it pops open, this guy who has been inside here jumps out. He's out, ready to be fertilized. The empty container that this guy used to make estrogen together before. Now it's empty. He no longer makes estrogen. He makes a new hormone. We already told you what's the name. Let me hear the name. That's very good. Progesterone. Yes, you're following. And progesterone means pro-gestation, which means I'm in support of. That's what pro means. Say pro this, pro that, I be pro athlete, pro whatever. Pro means not pro athlete. Sorry, pro movement, whatever movement you support. That's what it means. So this hormone supports pregnancy by stabilizing the blood that has been packed. Stop packing blood for us, lest we bleed. Stabilize what you have already packed. Let it be ready for baby. Meanwhile, let this womb be quiet. Relax. Everybody relax. Baby is coming. Follow me. Follow me. It's very important. You miss me at this point, you may miss the whole thing. Follow. Follow. So watch it now. So this continues. Now, the man shows up around. Remember, that's what sets you up for pregnancy. When you're ovulating your honey, notice, that's God and the system is set, trying to make you pregnant. So your honey, you're asking for sex. Sometimes a lot of watery things. Guess who is doing that? It's the same progesterone guy. This place you're seeing. Remember, this is an entrance. This is the cervix that can open. This small tight opening that is here is covered by something called mucus. Mucus is very thick. Cervical mucus. So it's thick like that. Thick. That's what seals it off. Now, as the progesterone comes, stabilizes this blood bed, relaxes the muscle, that relaxation will make here open small. So some of the mucus will just drop. That makes sense. So the mucus that drops, you're being wet too much during ovulation. This is simple, broken down into pieces. You're getting wet, you feel like having sex. You're looking for pregnancy. Your body is even asking for it. So the man comes, he ejaculates. Everywhere is ready. The place is watery. It used to be thick before, mucus plug. Now it's more watery. Sperm comes, it goes here, truly easier. Goes in. Remember, this man is available. The sperm will swim, all the way come here, hits it. That's a sharp guy. Picks him up, zygote is formed, fertilization, conception has happened. But guess what happens? Remember, this man is the one that's sustaining this environment, but he's getting old. Job said he used to get old. So as people are doing your action, day is passing, this man is getting old. And if something does not happen to this man's aging, this confusion will happen again and this baby will fall out. Okay, let's think about it. The man will get old now. He has a lifespan of 14 days, whether you like it or not. So if baby shows up, people have had sex, people are not pregnant, this guy starts moving, which is that next thing that happens. The moment fertilization happens, the red thing will start moving until he comes in here and sits as a child. But we still need this man because this is the man that makes the place calm. So guess what happens? As soon as you fertilize this egg, the sperm and the egg moves in. I think I still have, you're following up to this point. Good. Moves in. The moment this egg is one egg, it's not plenty eggs where I drew it. I'm just showing you movement. So this moves to this, moves to this, move until it gets here. The moment it gets here, an implant. Boom. The egg himself carries another hormone. But he cannot release that hormone until he hits this place and sits here. The moment he sits there, that hormone is the one you go and do test and say pregnancy test positive. Guess the name of the hormone. My science guys know the name, but I'll tell you guys. It's called beta HCG. Beta HCG. This is the one that shows up in the urine. They say this woman is pregnant. Or the one that shows up in the blood. So pregnancy has happened since. But you will not notice it until this man makes this journey and comes here and sits. Boom. So once he sits down here, he now releases that hormone into the blood. If you go and test blood, you see. You go and test urine, you see it. But why is this guy? He's not just here to say it, to tell us we're pregnant. You know what he's here to do? His job is to prolong the life of this man. That's why God put him there. His job is to make this man live longer than 14 days. You know why, Abi? Because this man is releasing something that will make this place favorable for the baby that just entered. So he tells him, Oga, continue what you're doing. Last longer than 14 days. Stay. We have a child. Then, of course, he responds and then stays. So he keeps making this hormone that supports everything that's going on here. But that's for a small window, for a season. As time is going, this thing that came in as a clump of cells now starts differentiating. Just think about, you throw in a ball, and then the ball forms a head and a leg, and then it starts forming something. That type of thing. So that's what differentiation is. It starts differentiating. The same ball now releases something called the placenta. The placenta now separates from here. You see, now forms, so it sits on that's the guy that attaches. Then it forms a cord, and then it looks like something is forming here. That's a human being, you know. So the moment the placenta is formed, it now takes over the of progesterone production from this man and tells him, you can now go. I hope my mic is still on. Are you following this story? He now releases him, you can now go. This man can now go and get old and die off. Because somebody else has taken over the job of producing this very important hormone for pregnancy, progesterone. So the moment the placenta takes over that job, pregnancy will increase more. I think we have done something today. Let me now read that comment again and see if you understand how I see what I heard when I read it. So I'll read the comment again now. So the comment says, Doctor, regular menses does not mean you are not having an ovulatory cycle. A lot can contribute to not ovulating, even if you are menstruating. To not ovulating, even if you're ovulating, you're menstruating. If you're Again, menstruation has to have ovulation inside it for it to be menstruation. Any other menstruation does not have ovulation. It's not menstruation. You're just bleed. Somebody can have injury and bleed. There's something that can come here. Small, we call it polyps. Small, one thing can just small swelling can just be here, just hanging there. If small penis touch it, it will bleed something. That's not period. So not all blood that comes down from the womb is period. The moment you call it menstruation, it already automatically has ovulation inside it. And like I said, it's cyclical to show you that somebody's controlling it. There's somebody that comes to life and then he dies, and then he does something. Then he comes to life, then he dies, then he does something. So you know that's the guy, that's this guy. So it's the cycle nature that tells you that this man is the one running the show. And once this man is running the show, this is the empty container. It means he released something now. He released something. And this is the man. Once this man is released, who is holding us now? It's sperm now. Why is sperm holding us? Some men are carrying around boiled eggs instead of balls or scrotum. And I can explain it. Heat denatures, that's the thing. If you're somebody who drives a car that has the engine under the seat, you're already set yourself up for infertility. Because the engine will produce heat and slowly boil. You know the story of when you throw I don't know what is a chicken or whatever inside boiling water, he will jump out. But if you place the same chicken inside the water cold and then slowly warm it, the chicken will stay there and cook and not know that. So it's the same thing. When you sit on the engine is slowly warming up. You don't feel the heat because your body is taking the heat. The scrotum is taking the heat. The body can take the heat, manage it, make it sweat. Use water, remove it through water. But the scrotum cannot manage it. So the scrotum will stay there and boil and turn to cook eggs. And you not know it's cooked eggs you're carrying around. And you're ejaculating. What comes out during ejaculation is not sperm. It's not just sperm. The thing you're seeing, the plentiness of what you're seeing, is semen, seminal fluid. Seminal fluid is the medium that carries sperm. I'm teaching many things at the same time. I don't know how much attention you have to follow. Maybe I'll teach this one later, but I'll just touch it a bit and leave it. Because of the scantiness of, just like you have small salt, you want to put it inside rice. Somebody will carry it and just put it. And that person will put it inside water first and then pour it in the rice. The person who puts it in water will get a better whatever than the person that just spray it. It can go to one side. Do you understand? So God puts something That's what the semen is. To carry that few sperm cells, like the way you put salt in water, and then send it in so that we stand a better chance. And then the vagina is acidic because, So if sperm comes to the vagina like that, it will just die on the spot. But semen is what protects the sperm from the acid of the vagina, provided that your penis is close to the cervix. If you have a micro penis, that's another problem because you're going to ejaculate far away from the cervix. And before all that swimming happens, the seminal fluid, which is the semen, may be overwhelmed, and then all the sperm will die. I don't want to pack too many things inside one video. So maybe in another video, I will show you how the male factor is the problem when a woman is menstruating. We have to lock down the fact that this man is menstruating. If we establish that fact, then these few points of mine. There are other reasons why the man, there are other ones, but I don't know I don't know how much time I've already spent. It's a lot. But I hope this did some job.